today on Breakfast, Lunch, and Dinner Cooking, we are going to be making butterscotch brownies. So here we go. Okay, so we're going to start out with 2 eggs. And, oh, excuse me, and 1 3/4 cup of brown sugar. And you want to pack it in there. That's 1. And 3/4 cup, okay? And then I've got 2 sticks of butter, which is a cup, okay? And that's at room temperature. And then a tablespoon of vanilla, believe it or not. Okay, I think that's what helps the butterscotch flavor. Okay, so I'm going to cream this all together. You can use a mixer if you want. You don't really have to. I'm using a wooden spoon for this because you got to cream it. I don't know if you've ever had a butterscotch brownie, but they are delicious. All right, so we got that in there. And now I'm going to add 2½ cups of flour. I'm going to be taking these to cards. I think they'll like them. 2½ cups. All right. And now we are going to take a teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Okay. And I'm going to mix that all in. You know what? I think I forgot the milk. Hang on. It did not call for milk, but I'm going to add a 3rd egg. It just does not seem wet enough. So I'm going to add a 3rd egg, and I think that is going to help it, and it apparently is. And it puts a little more protein in it, so you don't feel as guilty. All right. And this is unbleached flour. So unbleached flour tends to grab a little bit more of the liquid. And it's more nutritional. I didn't have the organic flour today, but. And now I'm going to add not the whole package, but part of the package. Well, almost all of it, of your butterscotch chocolate chips. Just reserve a few because we're going to sprinkle them on the top. And then I've got pecans here And I'm going to add a cup of pecans. And I did not have enough like I thought, so I have another bag here. And I shouldn't have dumped the whole bottom of that package in. So anyway, I've got these pecans, and I am going to cut them up. I like my nuts a little bit less chopped. I like little chunks of nuts. A lot of people, you can put these through a nut grinder if you want, but myself, I know my daughter Caroline, she likes the nuts really chopped up, but I don't. I like to see the nuts in the food. So anyway, this is what I'm doing. And I've got my oven preheated to 350. I think that'll do it. Okay. I'm going to put almost all of them in there, but not all of them. Okay. And I am going to mix that in. Definitely put 3 eggs, you guys. And use a good wooden spoon, because my little spoon here would not have worked. Okay. Oh, you should smell these. They smell like butterscotch already. And if you're not afraid of the raw egg, always taste your batter. Because whenever you taste your batter, you'll know if it's missing salt or sugar or whatever. All right, so I got those mixed in pretty good. Now, I'm gonna take my buttered pan here, and I'm going to put my brownies in there. This was my mother's pan from years ago. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these. It's a double thickness pan, and it makes it so things don't burn as easily. This is when I need my good spoon for getting all of that out of there. These are going to be so yummy. They are going to love these at Cards. All right, and I got all that out. Now, what I'm going to do, believe it or not, I'm going to wet the bottom of this spoon. Whenever you wet the bottom of a spoon, it helps to spread something out. I don't know if you knew that. I should be using my filtered water, but. So you want to spread these out. 9 by 13 pan. This actually I think is maybe 9 by 11. And then what you want to do, these are going to be kind of a thick brownie. Then what you want to do, after you get that all spread out, you can kind of actually make the edges a little more thicker than the center so it cooks more evenly. Then what you want to do to make these pretty, you want to sprinkle a little bit of your pecans. Be careful not to get shells. You know, you gotta, I should have never dumped that whole bottom of that pecan bag in there. All right, and then a little bit of butterscotch chips you have left. just to make it a little more pretty. So you're using the whole, I think this is 11 ounces. Yeah, 11-ounce package of your butterscotch chips. All right, and I am going to put this into my preheated 350-degree oven, and these take about 30 to 40 minutes. So I'll show you what we got. Okay, these are coming out of the oven. Look at these beautiful, beautiful butterscotch brownies. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna let them rest for about a half hour, and I'll be back and we'll cut them. Okay, I let these rest for about 30 minutes, and believe it or not, I'm going to cut them with a plastic knife. My mother always said that the best way to cut brownies is with a plastic knife. Isn't that incredible? So, for some reason, it works. She always did that. I miss you, Mom. Oh, if you could smell these. Oh my goodness. They smell so good. And they look so pretty. Butterscotch brownies. Who knew? Okay. They're still a little bit warm. But look at that plastic knife. It's unreal how good it works. These took about 35 minutes. But for some reason, the plastic knife really, really works. Okay, grab a plate. Take one of these out. Yeah, they're still a little bit warm. I think I'll try the second one. Might be a little easier. There we go. There is my beautiful, beautiful. Let them rest more than 30 minutes. But anyway, there is my wonderful, I guess I'll have to eat this one. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my butterscotch brownies. Oh my gosh, if you could smell these. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And remember, there's nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it and love the Lord with all your heart and make some butterscotch brownies.